Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Hi, Karen. How is it going? Oh, you're at the beach house. Thank you for tuning in. How is the weather? Where are you exactly? What beach? Do you have nice weather? Hi, Camille. Hello, hello. Angie, how is it going? Hello. So today, guys, we're going to make panda cookies. I'm so excited about these because they're so cute. Hi, Sally. Very hot. Yeah, finally here in Spain. Yes, couple days ago it was quite hot. Now today it's a really nice day, so I'm hoping we can go for a walk. We haven't been in a while. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, guys, let me know where you are watching from. Um, what time of a day is it for you? For me, it's 7 o'clock in the evening, and yeah, let me know. Hot in PA. Hi, June. Oops. The comments are coming in, so I can barely keep up. Hello, Pamela. Hello to New York. Hello, Omaha, Mississippi. Hello, hello. So before we get started, as always, summarized live stream is available in a PDF form. You can grab it. It's a free PDF, and it's available in my coffee shop. I'm just gonna put a link in the comments so you guys can get it. And in the coffee shop, while you're there, you can also check out new template for the panda. And there, I got it here. So let's put it in the comment section here. So it's 1 p.m. for Pam. Hi, Jeremy. We missed you last time. Hi to Florida. Oh, you have Pico? Yes, I actually have. That's exciting because Angie, I actually have peacock cookies planned. So maybe I'll do them. Maybe I'll do them even next week. What do you guys think? Next week it's actually August 2nd. I think we are headed towards fall. I can't believe it. But yeah, so let me know if you'd like to see peacock cookies. Maybe I can get that done for next live next Wednesday. Oh, hi, Susan from Very Dull, England. Sorry to hear that, but I'm sure it's going to get better as the August arrives, hopefully. Yes, Jeremy, I missed you. Hello, hello. Sorry, I don't speak Russian, so I can't really see what you're saying, but I think your name is Elena. So anyone on the call who can translate, maybe you guys can translate. Long Beach. Exciting. So today I used, I think, oh, I actually realized I didn't put a cutter for the, I forgot to put a cutter, but this is a bear. Do you see the pandas there? Left upper corner there. So the cookie cutter that I used, it's a bear cutter. If you don't have a bear head cutter, you can also use round cutter and make a Franken cookie using small round cookies and then just attach them. But I think you can easily get a bear head cutter. It's not that rare, so you should be able to find it. And I'm also going to just tell you during the icing break, we're going to talk about bakery emulsions and extracts. I got a question via email about these, and I thought it was an exciting topic. So you can think about if you like the emulsions, maybe you can even pop that in the comments. What flavors have you experimented with? So I can see that before we get going with icing break. All right, so let's bring up my screen here. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started. These are gonna be noses, and this is also in my coffee shop. So what I'm doing here, I'm piping this line in the middle there. This is just going to help prevent dipping of icing or cratering. I'm using I would say this is about 15 to 20 seconds. Normally for transfers, I prefer 20. But since I'm using the white on the pandas, I didn't want to make extra consistency. So you can get away with 15. Now you can see I'm piping on an acetate sheet. You can also use parchment or wax paper, but acetate works really well because once your transfer dries, the surface is going to be super smooth. If you're using parchment, it can absorb some of the moisture and it can then get a little wrinkly on the bottom. And it will then transfer to your royal icing transfer. Let those dry. Best let those dry overnight, and then you can finish the nose. For this is about, I would say, 25-second consistency or around there. And then you can just let it dry and it would be okay. But I decided to complicate things, as always. Hello. Hello, Sheila. Yes, I would love to different flavors. Hello to India. So now I'm adding a little highlight there on the edge. And like I said, after this, you can let these dry and use them. But I decided to shade the outside with product. Now I'll show you what I mean. And let me just bring this up. So this is my screen, and this is I'm sure many of you, or maybe you have not, but I assume some of you have experimented with some petal dusts, or these are. You see, there is no shimmer. It's similar, I know a lot of people get confused because luster dust, petal dust, color dust. There are so many different dusts around here. So this would be petal dust. Okay, it's very matte. It has no shine to it, and this is generally used for fondant or gum paste flowers. But you can also use it on cookies. I'm going to use this. This is by Wilton, Deep Pink. But I also use this gray, and this is by Roxy and Rich. And it's a really nice gray. It's excellent for Halloween, guys. It's coming up. So I used it to shade the outside of the nose. So let me show you what I did. You don't have to do this, but just so you know, that's what I ended up doing. Okay, let's, all right, this screen here. Oops. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Yes, okay. Remove this. So this is the product, and then you want to use this in a dry form, and then just, kind of remove the excess. You don't want to add too much of this because this stuff colors things, and it will color your hands if you get it. Hey, Heather. I'm just going to go around, and you can see I still have my noses attached. It's easier to do it this way. And I used the similar technique on my avocado cookies many years ago using brown dust. Maybe I'll do avocado cookies also one of these days, so you guys can see how easily you can do this. So I'm just going around, and also if you have more dust in sections, you can use that. And then to remove it, I'm just going to use the decorating bottle, and then boom, that's it. Okay, so that's for the noses, and you can make these ahead of time. Like I said, these are transfers, so easy to store. You can store them even on a sheet, or you can remove them and store them in an airtight container. Okay, so we're gonna come back to the noses in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do the eyes. So this is a simple template. You can do this yourself, or you can get the template in a coffee shop, but really it's super easy to do. You just trace the cutter, and then you draw the eyes onto the on the cardstock, and then you cut them out, and that's your decorating template. And then you just use a little marker, trace the outline onto the cookie. Super easy to do. Any questions, anyone? So let me know about the flavors, about the emulsion flavors. And also the icing I'm using here, this is about 25-second consistency here, the black icing. And then we're going to do some fancy work with white icing. You want to do one eye at a time. This way it's not going to crust on you. You'll have enough time to decorate right eye, and then you can move onto the left eye. Also, some fun facts about pandas. Do you guys know what panda eats? I assume you guys know bamboo, right? They actually spend a lot of time eating. They spend 12 to 14 hours eating, because bamboo is very low calorie, so they have to really eat a lot. So you can see I did the white and black, and now we're gonna do 2 small dots for the reflection. For this, I'm switching my piping bag for a piping bag with a tiny opening. Okay, I'm not using the same bag that I use for the large dot. You can also use your scribe tool if you have nimble fingers, and you can do that. You can pick a little bit of icing off the piping bag with your scribe tool and place it onto the icing. Hello, Lisa. Hello from NOLA. Pamela is using, thank you, Sally. And again, this should be around the same consistency. You don't want to be adding piping consistency icing on your flat, because it will not look okay. It has to sink in. So like 20 to 25-second consistency should be fine for these eyes. And again, do the reflection, and that's for the eyes. Now, at this point, you could let it crust, but honestly, I went ahead and I just did the icing right after I did the eyes. You can see the icing is still shiny, so I didn't really have a problem. Clearly, I'm Panda. I feel like I'm Panda too sometimes. Like last night, I felt like Panda, yeah. But they actually don't hibernate because of this. They can't store energy for extended periods of time like regular bears do. So they unfortunately, I think they only sleep like 2 to 3 hours because of their eating schedule. Although, believe it or not, they are technically carnivores, because their stomach is, I think it evolved as carnivores, but they only eat vegetarian diet. So now you can see I'm using fluid icing. This is about 15 seconds. Going around the eyes first and then filling in. But these cookies, they actually don't take as long as you would think. I think the most consuming is the section for the eyes, and then I'm going to show you how to do the headband, but that's totally optional. Somebody mentioned it last week on the live, and I thought it would be really cute to include that. So I'll show you how to do that, and I have a really fun trick on how to do the leaves. So stick around. Adding a little more icing where I see any uneven sections. So Pamela is using Butter vanilla bakery emulsion. Oh, in your icing, in your real icing, and you haven't had any problems with that. That's excellent. Now, again, I'm not waiting for the icing to dry or crust. I'm going ahead and doing the ears right away. Years ago, I did panda cookies where on the ears, I did polka dot, which is really, really cute. So if you wanted to do something more girly, you can do polka dots. I'm going to keep these just black, plain black. All right, so I'm just going to drop in. For those of you who would like to improve their cookie decorating fluency, you can also sign up for my cookie club, Hanyala's Cookie Club on Patreon. It's a paid subscription club where I share monthly exclusive tutorials, and I have something really fun prepared for you guys starting in September. I've been working on it really hard, so hopefully I can share all the details really soon. Hello, Linda. Oh, you're so sweet. I hope your husband is not going to ban me if he finds out that you're watching. But thank you for being here. So that's for this part of the panda, right? So I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up my screen here. Yes, Karen, thank you for noticing. I went through my wardrobe and I'm like, okay, this is perfect because I'm matching the panda. I hope now I'm not as big as panda, but okay. Did you take any measures with the royal icing to prevent color bleed? I really didn't. Well, the thing is, oftentimes you read different recommendations when it comes to color bleed. But what I hear that a lot of people will let it dry, and then it will color bleed because the color next to it, it's okay. How would I say it? So color that is dry, let's say your white, it's drawing the moisture from the wet black, and that's why it's becoming dark black. The color bleed, hence the color bleed. So in this case, I didn't have any problem because everything was done pretty much wet on wet. I didn't wait for the eyes to dry or crust, for the ears either. So I didn't really have that problem. But again, you don't have to do black ears. I mean, who says that? I mean, I understand in nature they are black, but if you want to go ahead and do them gray, it's fine, or even pink, whatever color you want. If you want to kind of cut down on using the black, or maybe you can make them brown, that would also work. Okay, so let's do a little icing break before I go and finish these pandas. Okay, so many of you have mentioned that you use emulsions. Do you guys know what the difference is between extracts and emulsions? Could I do transfers as eyes? Yes, absolutely. I don't see why not. Absolutely, you could do eyes as transfers, and that will really make the process just so much easier. You could even do airbrush, like you could do so many different things. So yeah, you could do eyes as transfers. Absolutely, I don't see why not. Thank you, Jeremy. I don't think it's weird. Thank you, thank you. So as far as, okay, let me back up. So hope I can find the comment. Okay, so so Pamela likes to use butter vanilla. Okay, anybody else is using any emulsions? So a lemon, okay. How do you like the lemon? Do you use it in your cookies, in your royal icing? Main difference between extracts and emulsions that it's the base. So extracts are alcohol based and emulsions are water based. And because they are water based, they are actually great for baking, like even for longer periods of time. When exposed to heat, they don't lose their potency. Okay. Extract, because alcohol evaporates. With the alcohol, also some of the flavor will evaporate. That being said, everybody has a different preference. So I've read a lot of different reviews. Some people say that they don't like emulsions because they taste metallic taste. So it really depends, I guess, on your palate and how you like them. I have to say that I am huge when it comes to vanilla extract. I think good vanilla extract is really unsurpassed. I mean, if you can get what I'm looking at now, Madagascar, it's like the best, right? So if you can get good vanilla extract, you can keep it for years to come. Emulsions, I think 2 to 3 years. Once it's open, I think it's good for six, 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. And then, I mean, I guess the shelf life will extend if you store it properly in a cool area, but not in a refrigerator. Okay, here is another. Oh, I remember my first one was Princess Cake and Cookie, and it is to this day, I think, my favorite flavor. It's a combination of, I think, vanilla, almond, and citrus, and I often actually use that in my cookies if I don't have this particular product. And here is the lemon. Anyone use coconut? Let's see in the comments. Yes, absolutely. Yes, they don't evaporate. Yes, exactly, because it's water. It's like I said, alcohol evaporates. So yeah, they do retain that flavor. So they're great for baking. Yes, Karen. Thank you for noticing. I think they are, but I'm not like, I don't know if it's that they are more concentrated or if it's because they don't, the alcohol, like I said, evaporates, and with that you lose some of the flavor. So I'm not sure. I guess they may be more concentrated. If you're not using them for baking, I would definitely use less. Many times I know I've read that emulsions are also used in beverages. So if you're making a cocktail, you can use it, but do so sparingly because they are quite strong. Oh, Jeremy, your wife must be wonderful. Okay, how long does it take you to decorate dozen cookies like this? Also, can I decorate cookies? I always have to decorate a dozen for practice because always trying to get icing just right. Oh, well, I've been doing it for a while, so I don't time myself, and especially when I'm filming myself, it takes me longer because oftentimes I'm at weird angles, and I have to make sure that my hair is not in a view, and all this good stuff. So honestly, I don't know, but they, like I said, they don't take the basic Panda without the headband, and I'll show you in a second. It doesn't take that long. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have myself. Sorry. But you could always, Lisa, you could always get, help me someone, what's the fake cookie called? Nana cookie? Is that how it's called? So you could also get a couple of these. They look like round cookies, but they are not cookies. So you don't waste the cookies. If you need to practice, you can also use those for practice. Costco pure vanilla is incredible and not pricey. Thank you. Yeah, so anyone who is in the States, you can check out Costco. Hi, Camille. If you add black color to your vanilla icing, you are supposed to leave it to darken overnight. It can happen. It actually can happen if you are decorating on separate days using the same black. It could happen that black may not be as visible, but other colors could be a little darker if you're keeping it in a piping bag. Yeah, it definitely does darken overnight, or even if you leave it out for several days. Okay, June has tried coconut. I am not no, nope. I don't use clear. I've used it, but I felt it was too like I can't even like industrial or something. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me if my buttercream it's a little off white. I'm not. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Like I know a lot of people use it to keep everything pure white, but it doesn't bother me. Yeah, not a cookie. Not a cookie is it's a fake cookie. I think Lisa that you can get. just maybe check Cookie Countess or other cookie decorating online stores, and it should be available there. You can get several, and you can just clean, or you can just get one and clean it after you're done, so you don't waste any real cookies when you're preparing for your project. I also wanted to share with you, I got, okay, this is from Charlene. I don't know if Charlene is here today, but a couple weeks ago we did lemon cookies, watermelon cookies. Let me bring up, where is it? Here, so she was inspired and she created her own watermelon cookies. And you guys also, you can send me your creations. Don't forget to, don't forget you can use Instagram. You can just DM me on Instagram, or you can send it via email. Oh, you practice on graham crackers. That's an excellent idea. Thank you for sharing that, Renee. Okay, those of you who are just joining in, and if you want to grab PDF, basically summarized PDF things we are talking about during the live stream, you can grab it in my coffee shop. It's there, and it's free. So, and now we're gonna go back to decorating. All right, so let's see. Okay, so let's bring up your screen here. Okay, all right. So, oh, I forgot. I wanted to show you one more thing. Completely forgot. All right, bear with me. One more thing. Okay, so I believe it's this one. Okay, so you can also do this. Okay, so after you ice your Panda, you can add the cheeks, and this is also wet on wet. And I'll show you what both of these look like. So this could be like something that makes it more girly, okay? So I just wanted to show you that. And now we can, okay, let's do this disco dance. Camera dance, let's see. Okay. Okay. Jeremy, I hope we are not going to hear about you on national television. Okay, so here are both cookies. So these are the ones you see, the cheeks, very nice, and these are without the cheeks. Now, I'm also going to use, this is Deep Pink Petal Dust. And I know I already have cheeks there, but I'll show you what it does. I'm just going to put this here because I don't want to mess up my work surface, because this stuff is potent, really. If it gets on everything, it just covers everything. So I'm dipping my brush here, but I'm not adding too much of this powder. So I'm just going to add a little bit here, a little bit here. Okay, and then circle motion going around. So what do you guys think? Next week, peacocks? Should I focus on making a peacock cookie? Oh, if I do, I have something really fun to share with you. A couple months ago, we visited a local, like a local, well, a road stand or whatever that is, like a little shop, and there was white peacock. It was pure white. I did not mention that. I did not mention where the cutter is from, but I think it's just like basic bare cookie cutter, bare head cookie cutter. You see what it does, even with the cheeks, with wet on wet. I really love what this does when you use the petal dust. Oh, this sounds lovely with the orange zest. Yum. Thank you. Hola, Maria. Oh, Karen practices on real cookies because she has volunteers. Okay, well then, no harm. If you have people you can share them with, I think it's wonderful. Yeah, sorry, Sally. I don't have. I think it's probably Anne Clark. Yes, peacocks. They have them in teal. They have teal in them. Okay, maybe I'm missing. I don't know. Yes. Peacocks have teal. Yes. How do I get my cookies so flat? It's the recipe. And also, do you have any problems, Suzanne? Feathers, yes, June. It's 7 o'clock here, so you have to, I'm a little slow now. So that's why I wasn't sure what you meant. But Susan, what is the problem? Do you have bubbles on your cookies, or this is just my regular sugar cookie recipe that I use. It's available on my blog, and I have different cutout cookie recipes there if you wanted to check it out. I generally just roll them out, like a quarter-inch thick. I use rolling guides, and if there are any bubbles, which are usually result of overbeating, overmixing your dough, you can flatten them as soon as the cookies come out. When they are flat, you can either use a flat baking sheet, but I prefer using a small flat spatula, and I just flatten them if they are little or they are puffy. So maybe you are using baking powder or maybe even baking soda. So maybe try to use less. I don't know if you use 1 teaspoon, maybe try to use half teaspoon. See if that improves. Or you can also you decorate underside if it comes to that. You could decorate underside. Yeah, I do omit baking powder now. Sometimes I will use quarter teaspoon if I want them a little airier, but yeah, I actually removed it now completely for the past several years. I don't use it. Okay. All right. So that's how you can now, if you wanted to, you could also add the color on this panda. I'm just going to leave it be. And now we're going to, here are the noses. So I didn't remove these, so you could see how easy it is to remove these. Basically, yeah, it just, yeah, there's no, yeah, it just comes off like this. So I'm going to keep this one here. Before we attach the nose, I'm going to outline the eyes. Oh, Karen, do you mean me? Yes, Marcia, thank you for that. Yes. Also, like baking, I do use baking soda in one recipe in my honey cookies. And cookies, they don't spread a whole lot, but they will have like a dome top, which they are known for. And I tried to remove them by baking soda, and it wasn't ideal because the cookies were not, texture was a little off. So you can use less, but I wouldn't remove it completely from the honey cookies. But otherwise, if you want to have flat cookies, maybe try skipping all baking powder and baking soda together. Okay, I'm relieved. Okay, what is it that Anne has? Is it the cookie cutters? Sheila, can you maybe clarify? So, okay. So here we go. So this is my black. You can see I'm using quite small piping bag today here because I'm just going to outline the eyes and you don't need a whole lot. Oh, Jeremy, sorry to hear that. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're having a wonderful day. I can see that. I hope everything will be better tomorrow, and good luck with finishing the room. And sorry about the mice problem. We had a mice problem years ago, and I know it wasn't pleasant. I'm not a fan of mice. I don't know who is a fan of mice, especially if you have it, if you have mice in the house and in the kitchen. So I actually, okay, I hope I can see well. So I'm just going to outline. Now I'm actually releasing the pressure. I'm just going to connect the line here and then continue on the second eye here. I'm lifting my piping bag. ever so slightly about the surface. This way I can see where I'm laying my line, and the line is nice, clean. And again, release the pressure and then connect. Now we're going to attach the nose. Well, yes, cats, if you have a cat, yes, you could use cat as your, but I find peanut butter on, I mean, this is terrible discussion, right? We're talking about mice, but anyone has tested what works? For me, it was peanut butter on a glue trap. So now to attach the nose, you're just going to add a little bit of royal on the back. You don't want to add too much. I'm just going to add here. And then, oh, you see how it changes the whole thing when you add the nose? And then there. So this could be your panda, okay? Very simple. If you want to complicate things, I'm going to show you. And we need to, okay, I need to show you how to cut the piping bag to make the leaves. Okay, so I'm using Jeepless piping bags today, and we'll just trim this. Oh, the poop, yes. Yeah. You know, I always say everything seems impossible until it's done. I don't know, somebody really smart, it's not my quote. Somebody's really smart said that, and it actually always works for me. So everything seems impossible until it's done. So one day at a time, or 1 hour at a time, or even if it's 10 minutes at a time, and you'll get it done, I'm sure. So here I did a little first grade drawing. So this thick line here represents the seam, okay? And the arrow represents the way we're going to pipe. So I'm going to cut my piping bag on an angle like this, not a big angle, small angle. So here's my seam here. So I'm pressing it down. So according to my drawing, I should be cutting it this way. Obviously not here. I'm gonna just do a little snip here at the very top. Okay, like this. It could be even more. Let's see if this comes out right. And this icing is on like a more fluid side. This one in my other bag, this is dark green. It's not as fluid as this light. So I'll show you the difference. You can actually use your piping bag and use the seam to your advantage to create kind of like a vein, you know? So now we can bring the panda here. Yes, peacock. Okay, so I will do peacocks. But it will be, yeah, I'm excited, but it will be like a, yeah, I guess I will do feathers, or I'll have to think about it. So at the very top here, we're going to pipe branches across, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start, let's say here. And this is just going to be a line, okay, like this. And then you can add additional branches right away, or you can keep adding them. Oh, this is a different leaf, June. This is a different leaf. This one is easier. The regular leaf, it's a bit tricky. You mean the V shape. This one is just, you see, this one is just like a pedal tip, if you will, like a small pedal tip. Yes, we are normally talking about alcohol. If you want, I can change it very quickly. My limoncello is fantastic. I made homemade limoncello and it's fantastic. So now I'm going to let's do other branches too, or maybe I can. Oh yeah, you can do these after you do the first branch. Depends on if you feel confident that you can do it or not, but you can do it all at once. All right. So now for the leaves. Because this icing is on a more or less fluid side, so I'm not keeping the leaves completely next to each other. They're not really touching. But if your icing is firmer, yeah, I understand, Karen. You prefer the alcohol talk. So do you understand what I'm doing here? So I've cut my piping bag on an angle here, and now I'm gonna turn it this way, and this is how I'm piping the leaves, right? If you ever worked with a pedal tip, you understand what I'm doing. But this is really fun way of making leaves quickly without having to use pedal tip. And you can layer these if you like. Right here. And if you need to, you can let it crust for a couple minutes and then come in and fill in any areas that you feel that need extra leaf. And as far as the consistency, I would say like piping consistency around there you could use for this. Now let's see, we're going to switch to this dark green. Sorry, Joanna. I wish I spoke Spanish. I'm I'm in the process of learning some Spanish, but it's hard. So now I'm just going to add another branch here. I'm actually going to pipe over this a little bit. And this is that thicker green I showed you before. So again, small leaves. We're going to finish by adding some flowers, tiny little flowers. Okay, let's do one green over here, just for the fun of it. When you hold the bag, is the tip on the top or bottom? The tip, so the point, see this is the cut piping bag. The point is the angle, the point, this point is on the top. Okay, it's on the top. So this is how it's cut, and it's on the top. So you can see here, this is the drawing. So this is the seam. The arrow indicates, so it's like this, okay? So the arrow indicates that I'm going to be piping this way, okay? So like this. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully that was helpful. So let's add one more here, just a little one. And the recording, those of you who are just joining in, is going to be available on YouTube and also on Facebook. All the live streams are recorded and you can watch them later on. Okay, I feel like I need one more here. So I'm just going to pipe a longer branch here and then add a few leaves here. And you can make these longer. You don't have to make them as short, but you could make them longer. Just have fun with it and play a little. And now, as far as the flowers, I'm just going to use, oh, yeah, I'm expecting pictures next week. So yeah, guys, so if you have any pictures, even from the past, or maybe if you made a recipe from my blog, because on my blog I also share recipes, savory and sweet. If you ever made a recipe, let me know. Maybe you have a picture, you can send me a picture and I'll be happy to share it with the world during the live stream. All right, so as far as the flowers, we're just going to make small daisies. And I have a pretty thick icing here. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, and how is it? How were they? Did you like them, Sally? Cream cheese cutout cookies? Yes, I believe you're right. But that's why I love Sally. She's such a prolific creator and she is getting better and better. She's learning so much. So now I'm just going to pipe a few of these. So basically teardrop shapes. So this is pretty thick. Hope if I can get this started. Dot, dot, pull into the center, dot, dot, into the center. Like I said, this icing is on a thicker side. It's not spreading, as you can see. It's holding its shape, so that's what you want. And then we're gonna fill it with, my pleasure, Susan. I'm gonna fill it with the yellow center here. My opening is quite small. I actually have to take the glasses off because I can't see. Okay. So you could add more flowers, but I think this is plenty. Right? I don't know, I have one, let's see, we can compare. So here's one that is without the flowers, right? So you let me know if you prefer the one without the flowers. I actually think these would be great for wedding too. Like if somebody is maybe works in the zoo or something. Thank you, June. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so let me know, do you like it without or with the flowers? Well, it's more greens because I wanted to avoid adding too many flowers because pandas, they, like I said, mainly eat bamboo. So I wanted to include green to kind of also break up that black and white a little bit. Oh, you were just going to say bride and groom. Excellent. Thank you. Oh, the cookies are gone. Exactly. So that's the recipe for cream cheese cutout cookies. It's funny that you mentioned them because actually I have a picture right here. And this wasn't, we didn't plan this, but so thank you so much for Sally. And these cookies recipes on the blog, they are a little softer, I would say, than my classic sugar cookies, but very, very full of flavor. I use orange zest, and those of you who use bakery emulsions, I think you can try like orange or almond would be lovely. So, okay, so let me let me remove this screen. All right. And again, guys, you can grab your free PDF, including things we talked about today and also some new tutorials that I have posted on the blog and tools used in today's live stream. You can grab this in my coffee shop. And also, this is the last July live stream. So next week is going to be August 1st, August 2nd, I think. So let's do a quick recap. So this was on July 5th. We did lemon cookies. I already released the full video tutorial, narrated, and also I have a blog post. Then we did on July 12th, watermelon birthday cookies, very simple and cute. Last week we did, that was July 19th, we did flip-flop cookies. And also there was a bonus with a Barbie flip-flop design. And this week, we did pandas. And next week, we'll be doing peacocks. So I'm excited. How long does it take for the transfers to dry? Now, Kathy, it really depends on a few things. It depends on how is the air circulation in your house, and also if you are piping them on acetate, they will usually take a little longer. So I would say at least like with the noses, at least 8 hours. If you're making them larger, I would give them even 12 to 14 hours just to be sure. If you're using parchment, they may be done faster because some of that water will escape through the parchment, as opposed to the acetate. It doesn't have any place to go because it's plastic. So definitely overnight. Definitely count on these to dry overnight and just leave them on a flat surface and you should be good to go. Oh, happy early anniversary. Exciting. Well, I wish that was the case, but sometimes I will try to remove. Sometimes you could try removing them before they're fully dry, but more detailed ones, you really have to let them fully dry because they will break. So everyone, you guys have a great rest of the week. And I will see you next Wednesday. That's going to be August 2nd. I can't believe it. Until then, have a great one. Bye, everyone.